To understand Iran today, you have to understand this ceremony of Ashura. It commemorates a battle which established the Shia community in Islam, to which most Iranians belong, against the majority Sunni Muslim faith, followed by most of the Arab world. The Shia, wearing green, were invaded and surrounded by the Sunni armies, here in red, and eventually destroyed. Although it happened nearly 1400 years ago, it still evokes powerful and deeply felt emotions as though it happened yesterday. And it still defines how Iran sees itself in the world and the region, as a minority sect surrounded by powerful enemies they have to resist at all costs. One of those enemies has been Britain, whose embassy was stormed by hardline protesters 4 years ago and broadcast live on state television, even smashing portraits of the Queen. It was a low point in relations between London and Tehran. This is the embassy today, being renovated by local staff whom we were asked not to identify. Amidst the calm, oasis-like gardens of the embassy, Britain's acting chargé d'affaires told me how the UK and Iran were managing their renewed relationship in a turbulent region.
Iran is affected by extremism in the Middle East. It's affected by instability in the Middle East, just as the UK is. And so, in that sense, we have common interests. We don't always agree on the remedy.
Britain has long links here, sending its first diplomats to Tehran nearly 200 years ago. Overcoming the mistrust and suspicion of recent years is only just beginning.
Whilst Britain and Iran re-established diplomatic relations and continue to cooperate over the recent nuclear deal, there's no doubt that one of the main stumbling blocks are differences over regional policy.
Iran's growing confrontation with Saudi Arabia, a key US and British ally, is one such difference, with Tehran accusing the Saudis of having the same puritanical ideology as groups like ISIS.
The Iranians feel that British and US their alliance with Saudi Arabia is something that really impedes not only the improvement of Iranian, British and American relations, but also ultimately it's going to lead to potentially catastrophic consequences for the British and the United States.
Iran has its own regional agendas, especially in Syria, but this is an increasingly influential country that's asserting itself in a way that's hard to ignore. Raghi Omar, News at 10, Tehran.